I hope you like the new headgear. I'll explain in a moment why I'm wearing it. Rather fetching, isn't it? I promise I won't wear it in the pulpit ever. I'm going to be looking today at the psalm for the day. I'm going to be looking at the actual reading for the day tomorrow when I publish the bulletin. So the psalm for today has got me thinking in all kinds of ways. I'll read it in a moment. But I want to tell you a story first. It's about when the only time I have been in hospital for an operation. I won't go into all the details, but it was a rather painful operation. And for a week or more, I was walking a bit like John Wayne without his horse. It was that sort of an operation. But the most exciting thing was it was on the way out. I was limping my way slowly, very slowly towards the exit, when there was a clatter from behind. And believe it or not, a person in pretty much full armour came out past me, clanking his way to the exit, where there was a taxi waiting for him. I don't know quite why he'd been in hospital, but he was clearly okay now, because as he got to the entrance with a great flourish, he yelled at the taxi driver, "Back to the battlefield!" Well, this psalm starts in a very comfortable and nice and jolly way. This is the part of the psalm that's set for today. Let me read it to you. Psalm 149 verses 1 to 5. Praise the Lord. Sing to the Lord a new song, his praise in the assembly of the faithful. Let Israel be glad in its maker. Let the children of Zion rejoice in their king. Let them praise his name with dancing, making melody to him with tambourine and lyre. For the Lord takes pleasure in his people. He adorns the humble with victory. Let the faithful exult in glory. Let them sing for joy on their couches. Sounds a little bit like our circuit Zoom service, doesn't it? Let them sing for joy on their couches. As I see you reclining there on your comfy seats. Not sure it actually means comfy seats, but we'll come to that in a moment. Sing to the Lord a new song, his praise in the assembly of the faithful. Well, would that we could. Isn't it strange, those of us who have been in chapels to do worship, when we're not supposed to sing? It's really easy to express our worship by singing our songs, isn't it? And when it says sing to the Lord a new song, it doesn't mean that we have to write a new hymn book or anything like that. It's not saying anything about the old wonderful hymns that we like to sing, nor the new songs that we love to sing. It's about new ways of worship, about new experiences with God's grace that we want to give back to him with thanksgiving and praise. Sing for joy on their couches probably means on their beds. It refers to times of sickness or difficulty, and we've expressed that constantly throughout this time of the coronavirus, how difficult it is sometimes for us to express our worship. Then the reading ends in our daily devotions, but not the psalm. The psalm continues, and I want to explain the rest of the psalm, for it isn't quite such uplifting reading. This is what it says. Let the high praises of God be in their throats and two-edged swords in their hands, to execute vengeance on the nations and punishment on the peoples, to bind their kings with fetters and their nobles with chains of iron, to execute on them the judgment decreed. This is glory for all his faithful ones. Praise the Lord. Well, I can understand why that's been omitted from our daily reading. It's really difficult, isn't it, to make sense of the bloodthirsty bits of the Psalms or the Old Testament, or really any of the expressions of military stuff. Oh, it's easy usually to sing in the congregation. Yes, it is. It's not quite so easy to sing on our beds or our couches. But it's really difficult to sing when we're in the battlefield. Here in the psalm, it speaks particularly about challenging the rich, the nobles, and the powerful, the kings, about actually putting them in fetters and chains of iron. In other words, actually overturning the systems of this world. Now that's tough talk. It is indeed battlefield stuff. I wonder how you're pursuing your calling this week, because that's what we all have to do. Maybe that you're finding it easy to sing to the Lord a new song, whether it's praise of him in the assembly of the faithful or in your own individual walk. Maybe that some of you are on your beds, whether it's through tiredness, whether it's through illness, whether it's through any form of disability or not being able to be as active as we would wish to be. It's hard to sing a song of joy and praise in those circumstances. I think it's even harder when we're in the midst of the battle. So, as we limp our way, or dance and skip our way through life, remember that person from the sealed knot who was going back to the battlefield. Taxis are ready.